Release Alex Jones.
I will eat your
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. In the end, freedom is inevitable, and it is the natural state of man. And Alex Jones is now free on X once again after being wrongfully and viciously deplatformed for no reason by Twitter 1.0. They changed the reason time and time again. They had to go through and dig through his past, go and find something. The real reason is, of course, he has uncomfortable opinions that upset the people in charge, and so they made sure that he was silenced and sent to the Phantom Zone. Alex Jones is back because Elon Musk is a free speech absolutist and believes, I know this is crazy, in principle over profit. So valuable, this moment in time. So Alex Jones is officially back. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk and Alex Jones did a Spaces together, a big interview together, and people's brains melted. An entire new throng of hysterical libs quit Twitter and so on. The reason the usual suspects are melting down about Alex Jones being back on Twitter is that their worldview doesn't allow for them to not just take an L, but to have a win reversed. Michael Malice nailing it as usual. Civil rights lawyer quits X after Alex Jones' return. Excellent news. The return of Alex Jones is clearly having some unanticipated positive effects. Alex Jones thanking Tucker Carlson to enable me to escape the Phantom Zone, he says. Let the world know what I really stand for. I encourage you to go watch the Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones interview. You'll find yourself like nodding along and being shocked, like the rest of us are, about the lies that you've been told about Alex Jones. Conspiracy website Washington Post, which published the fake Russian collusion conspiracy theory for many years, is upset that Alex Jones is back on X. Elon Musk restores account of conspiracy theorist. Our ALX at our executive producer saying the corporate media headlines about Alex Jones using conspiracy theorists as his title are hilarious considering their track records with facts. You think this is funny? Right. Like, it's really, quite frankly, hard to find anything that the corporate press hasn't lied to you about. Everything from COVID to lockdowns to your own children's education to some of the absolutely sick stuff that's happening in schools, to the monsters that actually are in charge of our nation, like Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. Has anybody ever asked a question about how Barack Obama's chef drowned? Like, how did that happen? That's a little weird, right? Like, wait, Bill Clinton flew on the Lolita Express 26 times to Epstein's Island, but nobody's ever asked him a question about it? No one? Nobody? 26 times? Bill Gates? Anyway, the point is that they lie to you, and they are the conspiracy theorists. They are the ones who push the Russia collusion hoax, and we know this, of course, to be a hoax, and they have not had any type of reckoning for that. They've never had to apologize. They never had to apologize to us, the American people, for what they did to the president that we put in office in 2016. Alex Jones is back on X. Javier Milei has been sworn in as president of Argentina. Harvard's board is meeting to discuss canning their communist anti-Semite president. Trump is leading in all the polls. Have a great Sunday. Yeah, baby. And people did have a great Sunday. Not the libs, of course, on the platform. Elon Musk is responsible for every person who dies now that Alex Jones is back on Twitter. Elon Musk and Alex Jones had a great interview, starting here, ladies and gentlemen, with the initial question. What's it like coming back to X, Alex?
What's your plan now that you're back on X? Do you have any plans? Were you expecting this in any way after seeing the poll?
I plan to be extremely careful, and that doesn't mean that I'm letting the censors dampen what I say or what I do. I just realize anything I say or do, they're going to try to twist, and so I'm really going to try to not let Elon's gamble down, or any of the people that supported me's gamble down. I'm going to try to be very serious, very focused, and I intend to do like Tucker's done with a nightly monologue that goes out on X, and I'm really going to try to promote all the other voices and all the other great people that are out there, because there's real safety in numbers, and the more people we have with big followings that know what's going on, that stand up for basic human freedom and transcend left or right, and really just want renaissance, is where we need to go. And really what Elon Musk has been saying, if we don't have 2.1 children on average civilization is going to collapse.
Alex Jones and Elon Musk then discussing the future of human civilization and Neuralink.
Think of the future as probabilities and not certainties. So then, any given action that we do can affect the probability of a good outcome. There are no certainties that I can determine, or at least I do not have a crystal ball that can
So
predict.
we're changing the future.
Yes, I think by our actions, we can individually take actions that improve the probability of a good future and the furtherance of civilization. And I think we should, take those actions. And some of that involves we got to have kids, or there won't be a next generation. And we've got to educate them well, and I think like I said,
So don't hold. Let me say this
grow
point. Let me ask you this.
civilization. Yeah.
Let me ask this question, Elon, because you're obviously a genius. We're here talking to you right now. Don't predict the future. Be the future.
Yes. The best way to I think, and I forget who came up with this, but the best way to predict the future is to create it. It's very intense. So the first one will have, you could think of it sort of like a telepathy. You can sort of control your computer and phone just by thinking. So it's kind of like telepathy. And then the one after that will be, I don't know, we're trying to think of a name for it, but you can think of it like blind sight. Even if somebody has lost both eyes or lost the optic nerve, is completely blind, we can actually give them some amount of sight.
Or
and
that.
ultimately, I think high resolution sight, kind of like Geordi LaForge from Star Trek. You could actually see in multiple wavelengths. You could see ultraviolet and infrared, and you even see radar if you want.
And by the way, for people that don't know, Elon's not lying. Even in MIT papers, they've actually done tests. That's what they say though. Is I know the problem is just narrowing the sight to our bandwidth. They say these people see everything, right? Like a full spectrum.
Yeah, you can have it's a point at which you have a camera. You can have a camera that can receive photons of many wavelengths. So you could see, even in darkest night, and you could see ultraviolet. You could see infrared. Like I said, you could even see radar if you want.
Wow.
It would be a kind of thing that would it's probably trademarked something, but I think blindside is a cool name for it.
Alex Jones talking about his relationship with Joe Rogan. They live in the same city, Austin, Texas. Didn't know this one.
And I'm good friends with Joe Rogan. He didn't tell me any secrets, but we get dinner, here and there, and he hangs out with Musk quite a bit. And he told me like 2-3 years ago, he goes, "No, Musk is totally for real, and really is pissed off about what's going on." And Joe basically said he says a lot of the same stuff you say. To me at dinner, he says at dinner.
And of course, Elon Musk talking about Media Matters as an evil anti-human organization that needs to be sued into the sun.
Yeah, Media Matters is an evil propaganda machine. So I just generally am against evil propaganda machines, and so we are suing them in every country that they operate, and we will pursue not just the organization but anyone funding that organization. I want to be clear about that. Anyone funding that organization, we will pursue them. Media Matters is an evil propaganda machine. They can go to hell. I hope they do.
And finally, the clip that is making the most news after a wide-ranging 3-hour conversation is a clip of Vivek Ramaswamy, who had joined the conversation, peeing with his microphone on.
Decide not to have children. That's all I'm saying. And Elon Musk is promoting an optimistic, pro-human future that the science and evidence shows is real and that we need.
Gentlemen, I have to go.
Yeah, I just want to be sort of exactly. I want to be clear about my position. I'm super pro-human, and I mean all humans. Humans in America, humans in
somebody's
Africa,
got their thing
Asia,
open,
and everywhere else.
Got their phone open in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's Vivek. Vivek, that's your phone, Vivek. I'm not able to mute you. Vivek. Perfect. Go ahead, Elon.
Sorry about that.
So, well, I hope you feel better.
I feel great. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys.
During the conversation, Elon Musk was asked about government censoring speech on X. His response did not disappoint. He said he'd go to jail before censoring speech on his platform. if the government asked. Watch.
Well, actually, Congressman Gates, the fact you mentioned that about the FBI and CISA, this has been the huge thing that's come out of the Twitter files, and it was a two-way street. So while you're tracking what the government was doing in 2020 vis-a-vis censorship, really leaning on regards to the Hunter Drive laptop, which we released in October of 2020, this is actually a huge question for X going forward into 2024, because Elon, you've said that you want to be in working in conjunction within the confines of the law. But the question is, if that law is being enforced by the law enforcement agency of the FBI or the DHS, and then they come to X and say, these posts need to be censored, this information needs to be censored because we've determined whatever it is, how does X make that determination?
Well, if we believe that something is not in accordance with the law, then we will ask a judge or jury to make a decision.
I've
So
actually been
yeah,
here.
we,
If
we, we
it's
don't we don't have much of it. That is the best we can do. So and I just want to
You just cut out again, Elon. You got a call.
be, oh, sorry.
You're back. You're back.
Yeah, I just want to be clear that the X platform will aspire to be as neutral as possible. And that's and to be as open and transparent as possible. I think we will be. I think we will achieve maximum transparency. I think we'll be fully transparent. Hopefully by early next year. But I'm confident we'll be fully transparent by the time there's an election next year. So like basically people will just see anything that is happening on the system, and nothing will be hidden. That is the goal.
Well, if those agencies, though, the FBI, the DHS, et cetera, if they reach out to X, where I believe they called it defensive briefings in 2020 regarding, which eventually culminated in the censorship of Hunter Biden, if they started reaching out again, would that be something that you or the team, and no, I can understand if you don't want to answer now, but you would consider making public?
We will be as transparent as possible with that. You know, yeah, and frankly, if I think a government agency is breaking the law in their demands on the platform, I would be prepared to go to prison personally if I think they are the ones breaking the law.
An interesting point in the interview was when Alex Jones started sort of interviewing Elon Musk, like back and asking Elon Musk about his childhood. Fascinating little tidbits here about Elon. He liked Star Wars, big Star Wars fan. So is that where telling Bob Iger to go F himself comes from? Bob Iger destroyed Star Wars. Great questions. Questions I didn't get to ask. Watch.
Going back to being a child, did you kind of, because we know the universe is a loop or a figure eight, it doesn't just go in one direction. Did you have inklings of the big things you were going to do? Or when you were a child, did you have any foresight about what you were going to be doing?
No, not really. I just I liked technology and like taking devices apart and fixing them and building things, and I loved science fiction, fantasy, like Lord of the Rings and Heinlein and Asimov and Star Trek and Star Wars, and um, that's and I didn't know what I was going to do. I like programming computers. I found programming computers to be intrinsically interesting. Not because I thought I'd have a job. Actually, I didn't think I'd have a job. I know you could even make money writing computer software, but I was just interested in it in and of itself. So I'd program computers all night by myself, which is not, it doesn't appeal to everyone. That's, I think, actually quite an unusual thing to want to sort of type strange symbols into a computer all night, essentially by yourself, is not what most people want to do. But I did like doing that, and but also like hanging out with friends and stuff. But no, I didn't think any of this would happen. I would say I have a philosophy of curiosity, which is that trying to understand more about the nature of the universe and our place in it, and that's why I studied physics, not for career reasons, just try to understand how the universe actually works, and what has good predictive value, and physics has got very good predictive value. So that's why I studied it.
Then
And
give us your predictive value, gut level. Elon Musk. This is like beyond any Hollywood movie where we're at right now. Does humanity survive? Gut level, you've got all these great children. That means you bet on humanity. Do we make it to the next level? And what is the next level?
Boys, we are so back. It is so wonderful to see principles being put before politics, policies, or somebody's personal profit. How do you like that? All put together. PPP. It's almost like I'm running Vivek's campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here for it. Boys, we are back. It's your boy Betty. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay based.